All right, I'm back with more Realm Grinder. It's been a long time since I played last. I'm going to ignore this new in 4.3.1 pop-up. Away for more than a month. It all seems great. Okay, so I don't want that shop. I want over here. What I want to do is do this Cloaked Shady Figure quest. Let me try to buy everything I can before I do that. Legendary Inception. Mana region. Land autocasting. Select primary and secondary spells to work with your contingency settings. Primary spells will fire once your contingency reaches threshold. While these are active, secondary spells will be fired as soon as you have enough mana. So this is a little bit more useful than the normal contingency autocasting settings. I guess maybe I don't have complex enough spells yet for that to be super relevant. I think the existing mechanics are more than good enough for me to get all the stuff that I could possibly need. I think that's pretty big. Get that. All right. That seems fine. And then I guess I may as well like buy all of these since I'm about to abdicate anyway. Okay. Where can I see how many rubies I have? Do rubies only produce... Shoot. You can purchase them from the shop. Secondary spells ignore the required mana threshold. It'll keep firing off so long as all the primaries are active. I see. So that's basically what it's checking for. Are all the primaries on? If so, just do this every 200 mana instead of waiting until it fills. Gotcha. All right, well, let's go ahead and abdicate. Make a gem convert. Abdicate. Okay. So before I start clicking through this, I already did this speedrun trophy. I had asked in Discord, because my future Marstead notes mentioned to ask this question. Maybe Goblin to try to complete this quest. It's this one, the Cloaked Shady Figures quest. You have to do something evil. 25 coins, gem power. Actually spend any of the rubies here, right? May as well just click through all of these. Proof of an evil deed. Okay, shit's already like completely ridiculous here. Goblins Trade Treaty. Now, I don't think have I done goblins before? What's so great about them? I must have. I feel like I've done everything. But Goblins Greed. Produce faction coins based on gems owned. Which is a lot of faction coins. Potency. I have so much like passive mana, it seems like. buy all is pretty safe. Thanks for mentioning that. I wouldn't buy like something where there's like an actual choice to be made, I assume. Okay, I'm gonna keep activating that because that seems pretty good. Tax collection costs less mana. It's pretty cool. Okay, gotcha. Let me try to get my old legacy faction coins up and running here. Try to keep using all my mana. I think I can do contingency casting already. You can afford to just do both of those, right? But I haven't gotten the new... That one costs more than I can get trivially now. I was only able to get it at the beginning of stream because of all of the offline production, I suppose. Now, I'm not faceless anymore, which faceless seems pretty busted given how long it's taken me to play through this. I guess we may as well turn that on too. So will this one not activate? It looks like it wasn't activating even though I had sufficient mana for it. I won't buy anything that would lock out other options. Okay, thanks. It's good to know. Looking reward for each artifact found. It does seem like excavating is really good. Maybe I should have done some excavating before I abdicated. Shit, I forgot about that. Sure, and that's something I need for this objective here. Oh, I guess we got it. Permanently unlock the Drow faction, and that's pretty cool. So I might want to abdicate right away so I can try out that new faction since I've never used it before. I think that this one's quite a bit harder to do. Drow Trade Treaty. Value and praise perfect execution. Oh, that's cool. So does it replace goblins or it stacks with goblins? Use promotional buildings based on time spent as evil in this reincarnation. Okay, that's a lot. Based on assistance owned. Motion of all buildings based on max mana. Combo strike. As you continue casting the spell. It's interesting. Yeah, we can get this now. Mock Drow upgrades. Mana regen based on time spent in this era. Highest one of dark temples built in this reincarnation. Cost multiplier royal exchanges. That seems pretty good. Offline production by a whole bunch. Gotten a lot of these before. Okay, so I guess we would probably use this for tax collection. Tax collection, probably the best thing to assign as a secondary. It's weird that secondary is gold and primary is silver. So if I'm confused about that. That's so many coins. That's fantastic. I'd love to carry that over to future things. Yeah, that makes sense. Search all buildings by an amount per assistant. That seems cool. Which conclaves? This game is ridiculous. Like, I think Cookie Clicker is crazy. There's so much shit in this game. Drow coins are somewhere. They're the bottom leftmost coin, I think. They should be able to get that upgrade. Yeah, I haven't even reincarnated yet. You had to explain to me last time that that was a separate mechanic from reincarnation. Can I afford that? Hold on. Oh, there it goes. Multiplicatively increase assistance based on buildings built. Oh, okay. Royal exchanges purchased. Based on combo strike counter. 75,000 drow coins. I love how mana is like kind of a hassle at the beginning of this game, and then it just gets like stupid very quickly. I don't think I can afford really to... Can I change the display to just be scientific notation? Because I don't know what any of this shit means anymore. I can't. Sometimes I can guess. Is that in just the settings somewhere? This gear icon? Engineering notation. Actually don't know, what is the difference between scientific and engineering notation? Is it times 10 to the 27? All right. That's also e to the 27. Oh, but I have e to the 65 coins on me. Okay, I think we're probably okay to excavate a few times here. Infinite coins. Set that up to do more. Burn through the cheap stuff faster. Oh, I got a figurine, so that's cool. Greatest spiders, drow aren't your faction. I see. Thank you. Is there a reason you would want one or the other in a crazy game like this? Efficient autocasting. Select independent spells. Work outside of contingency settings. So independent just means tertiary in this case. I guess I probably need more spells for that to even like kind of matter, right? I see. Okay. Well, scientific is good enough. Realm Digger. Now we're broke. Okay. Increase the production of all buildings based on excavation depth. More mana region for it to matter rather than the number of spells. Can you try to explain the use case for it better? Like, how would I lay out my current spells while using this effectively if I had way more mana region? Drow Heritage. Enough for it to carry over. So I have to decide if I want to immediately re-roll and try to do the dwarf quest here. Good alignment, 7,000 buildings, 800 inns. God, I think I should qualify for all that. That should be pretty doable. So I don't think AFKing on this is going to be super helpful. To hit some other 1,000 thresholds here, so I haven't done that before. did say it did something based on royal exchanges. So once I've bought everything, I can just freely royal exchange everything, right? There's like nothing else that faction coins are doing for me. Once I've bought all of those upgrades. Try to get as many up to 1,000 as we can, and then I'll probably switch over back to Cookie Clicker. I wonder if there is a way with this game to... How do I phrase this question? I wish there was a way to efficiently display the actual value of a given upgrade. So like when I go to buy 10 Necropolis, I wish it told, I mean, I guess it literally gives me the number, but I need to know what it is relative to like the worst thing on the board versus the best thing on the board. Like, I guess my brain doesn't really think in what does it mean for getting an extra 0.176%. I don't know. Maybe it's why I struggle with antimatter dimensions. Like, I can tell why times mult in Balatro is so much more powerful than plus mult. Like, obvious, but maybe not to someone who's just starting the game. But this is like several levels of intuition above that, where you've got so much fucking shit going on in this game that it's like, what does this do? These cost the same? Maybe that's what I need to know. Given that this and this cost exactly the same, which one is like better and by how much? Okay. Thank you for just telling me which side. Auto buy exchanges with the upgrade buy all button. So now what buy all exchanges does. So that, does that only happen once I've bought all of the other upgrades? So buy all will just do it for me without me having to click into this menu? Or will it waste my coins if I click it too early without buying all of the coin upgrades for that abdication? I guess combo strike gets pretty interesting after a while. Maybe I want to reorder these here. That goes first. Six royal exchanges. I know. Is Drow unique in that it scales so much with royal exchanges? I feel like I just got a gigantic burst of money and I don't know why. Assistance. Not the only one that does. Okay. I think I want to try to unlock dwarves. Are dwarves worth letting run in the background? Maybe I'll let this go for a bit and then come back and do dwarves. And it'll be an easiest thing to work on when I come back to it, I suppose. I'm going to see if I can get 1,000 hell portals and maybe 1,000 halls of legend. Dwarves have a powerful AFK ability. Okay, cool. That's exciting. Hey, Serp, how you doing? I feel like there must be some, like, shenanigan of my spells lining up that occasionally I can just really afford to buy a lot of things all at once, and a lot of the time I can't do that. Could keep doing this for, well, not for very long. Nice. Really enjoyed that game. Excited to play more of it. Yeah, so here's where it's hard for me to tell, like, is excavating worth the fairly substantial cost compared to just waiting to try to buy the help portals. Probably at this point I just need to, like, tap out. I think I will tap out and we'll come back and we'll do dwarves when we come back. Just gotta make a decision of when to tap. Okay, we're back in Realm Grinder and not much has changed. I guess we excavate before we abdicate and then we work on dwarves probably. Suppose I can pick this up. Basically it costs me nothing. Finish getting up to 1,000 in all of these. I think those are all trophies to do it at least once, right? That's way too expensive though. Then let me dump all my money. $213 royal exchanges. I think we just go ahead and abdicate again here, and then we check out dwarf because we got some new. Important thing is getting new trophies. I don't know if I get another one at 1,200 or if it has to be pretty high above 1,000 to get another one. Trophies are permanent scaling, so it does matter. Combo strike counter is 296. I guess this gets pretty crazy if you can let it run in another window. Brow does. Actually, by 400%. Yeah, I'm nowhere close enough to the rest of it, so I think we abdicate. Your kingdom has reached the pinnacle of wealth and prosperity for this era. It's time to reincarnate. By reincarnating, you'll forsake all gems you have earned to unlock unique and powerful bonuses. Can I do dwarf first, or should I trust that advice? Okay. Dwarf is specifically has to be good, right? And what faction should I do? Gonna get me there the quickest? Is it fairies that cares about faction coins? I remember there's one of them that's like really hard to do. Angels, fairies. Fairies easiest, okay. Enchanted. So, what's the main thing that carries over into a reincarnation? All it cares about is the number of gems I'm sacrificing. And what's the threshold where it says that now it's time to reincarnate? Is it e to the 30? Assistance. save up 500 fairy coins here. Gotcha. We need to have a new kind of scientific notation for when you start getting like super crazy in this game. $5,000 fairy coins. Okay. Don't want to hit buy all and burn through all my coins. Teensy bit slow here, unfortunately. I feel like this doesn't activate as quickly as I'd like it to. Well, I see it go to 900 and then it doesn't pop. I don't know if it's because my contingency casting is set up wrong or something. Oh, I don't think I understood that. Okay. Those are like, I can set one to pop when the mana's maxed, one to pop when I have enough mana, and one to pop whenever, basically, are the 3 different tiers of contingency casting. Okay, I'll try to leave that as a future Marstead note. The tooltip was difficult for me to wrap my head around. Like, okay, why do I want these different mechanics? This game largely feels like it's got all these mechanics, and then someone sat down and was like, what's every conceivable quality of life improvement that you could possibly add, basically? No matter how silly. I guess you should just let it charge and then try to tap it. I see. That's why they call it independent instead of tertiary. Right, that makes sense. You guys are great. Big fan. $500 more fairy coins. Right. which you frequently do manually, kind of the equivalent of getting your lucky golden cookie at the same time as the 7 times frenzy bonus and cookie clicker. Right, because tax collection will just pop at 200 constantly and you'll never have mana to do anything. Makes sense. I want to do Royal Exchange until I've bought these other coin upgrades here. They're coming in much slower. 15,000 fairy, 15,000 undead. I guess the early ones are pretty cheap, so maybe I take them just to get better everything else. Oh, wow. Actually, I feel like that's making everything go much faster. Maybe I should have done that sooner. I was trying to save coins to get the unlock, but I think that also effectively got me a shitload of mana regen. I don't know which faction I have that gives me mana regen based on Royal Exchange. It must be based on something. Royal Exchanges must have like affected my overall multiplier, which must be affecting my mana regen somewhere. Really? Why? It's only affecting clicking? I see. I'm trying to spam click, and I assume that that's pretty high value for things like faction coins compared to how much is happening passively from the assistance, but thank you for the tip then. Would be good to get to 1,000 of all these, but I feel like it's not going to happen because of how expensive some of this stuff is. So what all does carry over into reincarnation? Trophies? I guess maybe it depends on what I pay for when I go to reincarnate, maybe. Right now my production is like ass compared to what it was a second ago. How deep do I have to go here? 7,000 or more buildings, 800 or more inns. Alignment. I have the coins. I need the fairy coins, elven coins, and angel coins. I guess I just have to sit those out then. Trying to decide if I want to reincarnate right away after getting dwarf, or enjoy the apparent blissful dwarf AFK. Some factions are definitely a lot more brainless than others. I highly value things being low cognitive load in a game like this. Trophies, artifacts too, so I should try to excavate as much as I can before I go. Pretty brutal right now compared to goblins. Probably do the quest first. I should be able to immediately enjoy it. Benefits of it. Arms, inns, blacksmiths. So based on your eyeballing as a professional at Realm Grinder, like, is not using Holy Light making me more efficient right now? Because I can't tell. It seems like my coins are going up at the same rate. And it seems like, well, my faction coins, I mean, my base coins are just like frozen. Faction coins are okay. I guess that's the only reason I'm here. Yeah, so like what I wish I could do, I wish I could go in here and know how good it is to buy out the Royal Exchanges, because maybe buying out the Royal Exchanges interfaces with all of my other upgrades in such a way that it lets me get the rest of these coins like 1,000 times faster versus just clicking and waiting for them to get up there. I'm not quite halfway there yet. Cathedrals. Farms, inns, blacksmiths. Triples assistance. Yeah. Which helps a lot with passive coin generation. Are there any like really extreme trophies for like number of total clicks, like manual clicks? It seemed like the speedrun trophy was pretty extreme. It was doable at a fairly high level. I see. Yeah, my objective here, if I can get Dwarf, I can get probably a handful more trophies, and then I can reincarnate. Reincarnating could be a soft... I mean, I know it's nowhere near the condition because this game's like, what, like thousands of hours or something, but if I'm doing roughly 5 hours per game featured, then I could maybe, after reincarnating and seeing what the deal is, that'll put us past 5 hours for Realm Grinder, and I can retire it for now. Unlock the ability to play it off stream. If I do that, I'll try to do like clip recording, because you probably don't need to see like a constant feed of what I'm doing every second. I'm curious what How Long to Beat says if anyone put in that they reincarnated as an initial objective for How Long to Beat. It's kind of hard to calculate, right? Because it's been sitting offline for years at this point. A lot of my progress is from all of that accrued offline time from some of the faction coins, I think. Don't think getting 1,000 citadels is in the cards here. I just do not have enough money. No, I don't think it's going to happen. Unless if Dwarf is just immediately amazing. Wonder if I should even turn off Call to Arms, because that's only giving me building production. And all I really care about is faction coins. I guess we could do this, right? And then just turn everything else off. And it'll just cast fairy chanting every time it has enough mana. That's the only one I care about. I guess whenever it has enough mana and it's not already turned on. Slightly different. Getting there. Tax collection does. Coin production from buildings and assistance. So I could put that on. How do I change? Oh, I see. Shift is set as a secondary. There it is. Dwarves. Permanently unlock the dwarf faction. Faction coin find chance based on blacksmith zone, 68% chance. Reduce all building cost multipliers. That's nuts. All building cost multipliers. That seems huge, actually. Based on excavation depth. That's cute. Diamond pickaxe. Increase clicking reward based on excavation depth. Alright. It's cute. I feel like I have an extremely high mana setup here. It's not great. Multiplicity increased mana regen based on gems owned. Okay. It's kind of sick. Clicking reward based on buildings built. Based on how long their beard is, it grows over time. That's pretty amusing. Okay, so then I got 1,000 of everything. That's always nice. Universe grinder, I think I just got. We still probably want tax collection on here. They're all running. Doesn't affect my click reward though. One Hall of Legends times 2 per tier lower up to 1024 farms. Hellfire Blast. Cast the demon faction spell within 60 seconds of reincarnating. So how does Hellfire Blast work to try to do it smartly here? Of abdicating, okay. So I have to abdicate and then buy all as fast as I can and get into demon as quickly as I can and then cast the spell. Is that the only other speedrun achievement, or I'm sure there's a bunch more later on, huh? Balls, I didn't mean to. I hit buy all and used up all of my faction coins. I want to see what's past this. 25,000 dwarven coins. At least I have shit that scales my faction coins pretty quickly, it seems like. Oh yeah, am I making enough money that is reasonable? Somewhat. I guess when excavation is reset, it's a really quick way to get faction coins, like, right away, huh? In 1,500 farms before. That makes sense. You're not suffering through the very beginning, which is otherwise quite slow. Okay, getting to 1,500 farms probably isn't happening, huh? It's pretty expensive. Halfway there on coins. Even with all these things that give me coins, coins are still pretty slow. How much do these cost? 75,000 drow coins. Are they kidding? Oh, I can get some more stuff at 15,000 here. That should help. Exchange bonuses, maximum mana by 1 for every building built, which is pretty crazy right now. Highest amount. Is an era bigger than a reincarnation? Era is all current abdications, but doesn't include past reincarnations, I guess. Now we're slaving. Almost there. Mathematicians have 1 Hall of Legend times 2 per tier lower. So I have Mathematician now, right? I should have it. Like, I think I got it as you were typing that. In a single abdication. Okay. Increase the production of all buildings based on dwarven coins found this era. Reduce excavation cost multiplier. That seems great. Maximum mana based on the duration of your longest spell. It's pretty fun. So I got a new trophy from that. Another one of these at 75,000? Damn. Keep getting faction coins, but not any more artifacts. I feel like I've only got 5 artifacts, and so what's the chance for an artifact? Is it like a 1% by default or something? It seems like crazy low. So I can do everything but drow. And dwarf. Oh, even before unlocking it. Don't think I see it. $1,500 farms. Oh, I see. 0.41. Oh my god. That's really rare. Okay. Click to throw. 142 trophies. Got basically all of these. $1,500 inns. Oh, really? Click to throw, found in the inn. So, like, each inn increases the chance on this one, I guess. I see it says eligible artifacts attracted by a massive concentration of mana. Can it really change your progress through an ascension if you, or a reincarnation if you get those, like, coincidentally early? I need to wait for setting. Do I get a trophy for getting Dwarven Heritage or Drow Heritage? I could just reincarnate now. I guess I have to abdicate first to get the demon thing you were talking about. Hellfire Blast. You need exact numbers of buildings? Wait, I misunderstood what you were... Don't think I understood what you said at all. So 1 Hall of Legends, 2 Heaven's Gates, 4 Royal Castles, 8 Citadels, and so on. Okay, so I'd have to abdicate, do that. Probably abdicate, get the speedrun thing, and then abdicate and do that. All right. And I have as much time as I need to, like, put in the precise buy orders, I suppose. All right, let's be quick with it here. Demons is that one. I'll fire blast. Did you give it to me or did I not get it? I feel like I did it fast enough, but... Did I maybe already have it from earlier? Oh, it's an upgrade? Which one is it? So we abdicate again to try to get the specific thingy here. So turn off buy smart, switch to buy one. Come on. What does it do? You said farm is 1024. Probably afford this without taking any of these. 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256. $512. A lot of video games. And 1024. Fix the ones that are off really quick. Try not to misclick here. So when you're playing as demons, the Hellfire Blast spell affects Hall of Legends, which is a major buff to demons. Okay. I think we want the Faceless, right? Probably speeds the rest of this up really substantially. We don't want to do that. I instinctively went to click buy all there. I need to be careful not to do that. Oh, really? Okay. Well, let me see if I can get this really quick, and I can always abdicate again if it's necessary. Bunch of coins. One second, you guys. I think I need to pause. I have a big family emergency I have to deal with. I'll be right back. Really hate landlords with a passion. My parents, a really long story, but they live in a mobile home and they're on a lot, and they have to pay rent for the lot they live on. I've personally been paying the rent via auto bill pay for like 3 years, and they're claiming I've actually been paying more than their rent amount in case of any mild fluctuations due to like the water bill or whatever, and they're claiming that they've done non-payment and they've got 3 days until they're evicted. So not great. Need to figure out why all the checks have been cashed if they're claiming that there's non-payment. Wait, it scared the shit out of my parents too. Try to get as much progress as I can here. Yeah. It was harder than I was thinking it was going to be. Brainwave, I think, is pretty good. Yeah, I don't know what we do if they actually are evicted. Like, you have a mobile home and you get kicked off of the land you're renting, you pay 30 grand to get a truck to come move your house somewhere? Really fucking scary. I don't know if they're just in a position where like the landlord is trying to scam people off the land, basically. People who don't know their rights. The economy is getting shitty and they want to charge more for the space, and they're committed to whatever they're currently charging. Real bad. $10.24. Wonder why I hate landlords so much. Mathematician, there we go. First statement of the century. Alright, so now I can reincarnate. Reset all your stats, remove all your gems, keep your trophies, and gain a new free upgrade reincarnation power. Grants different bonuses based on the amount of times you reincarnated and will persist through subsequent abdications. Production of all buildings by 50%, offline production by 500%, faction coin chance by 10%, mana regeneration by 2. Okay. Now it shows the next one I want to get is quite expensive. You see. So if I'm going to keep AFKing, it probably makes sense to just try to do Dwarf again. Although getting to Dwarf is maybe a challenge. I guess I can abdicate at will now, right? What's the quickest way to get up and running again? Is it going to be excavation? Oh, early excavations are still quite expensive. Excavation depth still goes down to 0, though. Angels, elven, fairies. I want to forsake passive production. Doing that again. It's just doing fairies. Need something that I can AFK with. Elf or angel is better this early. I can't auto cast stuff anymore because of the reincarnation. Probably not going to get too much further here. So is that... When do we start getting interesting new mechanics from reincarnation? Because it seems like reincarnation is just like gems, but again, right now. I know that there's like still all sorts of crazy, like thousands of hours of stuff in here. But is it like fairly deep into the reincarnation that you start getting reincarnation exclusive unlocks or something like that? Grades. Based on mana regeneration. R2 is the first set of major reincarnation related. Gotcha. So reincarnation 1 is like, okay, rebuild what you did before. Not quite from scratch. You get some things that help you spin up a little bit faster. But it's pretty tricky. 5 Eno. By the 11. I don't think I'm really going to be able to AFK this very well. Might be a good stopping point for Realm Grinder then. I guess I could abdicate again and pick something that's better for an attentive play than Angels, but I think getting to another reincarnation is going to take, if not again as long as I've already spent on it, probably a comparable amount of time. So yeah, overall, I think I like Realm Grinder a lot. It's really cool. I feel like it's like, let's take Cookie Clicker and just come up with every conceivable, ridiculous quality of life improvement we can possibly come up with. I think like systems like the excavation system are really neat. I like the extremely low chance to get artifacts. That feels like you're constantly chasing, you know, an exciting pull on that, even if you spend the gems on resetting. The trophies are great. There's all kinds of weird, obscure ones, like the speedrunning ones. Yeah, I like Realm Grinder. If I play it more off stream, then I will record clips of it and show new stuff that I encounter. But I won't promise anything. But it was a good time checking it out.